What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to The Fringe. It's my sincerest pleasure to report today that the NDP are in full meltdown mode. In fact, they are going to probably be sitting at non-party status by the end of this federal election. If anything, ladies and gentlemen, no matter who wins this election, we can all rest easy knowing that Jagmeet Singh completely buried the NDP holding Canada for hostage from a federal election. That being said, I still have a question in regards to what deal has Jagmeet Singh made with the Liberals, in particular to himself. I feel that potentially there's something in place here. There's something going on because he's almost given up on the campaign trail. Now, when we know Jagmeet Singh has been begging for gas money because he can't even afford flights. He's got to use a bus to trek around the country. He's been holding his rallies in parking lots. It's gotten even worse, ladies and gentlemen. It has gotten much, much worse. Yet Jagmeet isn't fighting. Didn't he do like $1 million video or a $500,000 video about him being a boxer and saying he was a fighter? I don't see him putting up much of a fight in this federal election, which begs the question, what did the Liberals give him? I want to show Son of a Bench here because this was already breaking last week. Everybody already knows about it, but we're going to show it just for the lulz. Jagmeet Singh has connected with content creator Jessica Wentz, which he has since broke party with over comments. Little digging shows Jessica has an OnlyFans account based on her profile. The thread of pics are more soft P, meaning adult content. But I will still put them behind an advisory as a thread. We're not going to look at those. But of course, this is Jessica Wentz hanging out on Jagmeet Singh's bus, promoting Jagmeet Singh in his parking lot rallies, eating hot dogs. I'm sure she does that for a living. No pun intended. But this is Jagmeet Singh. This is the joke that Jagmeet Singh has in his campaign. His Kamala Harris moment is adult film stars hanging out with him on his bus. We talked about this on Friday's live stream. We had a new name for this bus based off of another website. We won't get into that. But what's funny here is there's a reason Jagmeet is tanking. People are fed up. I love this tweet by Table Salt. This woman expressed what all of Canada thinks about Jagmeet Singh. Watch this. Take a look at this.
We've got a message to Donald Trump. You Democrats and workers are going to fight back and defend our jobs and our country. We're ready to fight back.
I mean, let's see it again. Let's see it again. The face of confidence in Jagmeet Singh, the mark of confidence. Here we go. Take a look. Take a look.
We're ready to fight back.
Doesn't that say what any of us think about the last 10 years? Honestly, like Jagmeet's finished, ladies and gentlemen. He's not even going to win his seat. I don't see how he wins his seat aside from shenanigans at this point. But where I ask the question, what has Jagmeet Singh done, comes from this post from amazing Twitter account, Ryan Garrettson. Go follow him on X if you haven't already. At this point, I'm certain Jagmeet has made a deal with Carney and the Liberals. Tank the party in return for something. I'm just not sure of what that could be yet. Again, you and me both, wondering what the deal is here. He's not even trying. Strange photos with dog people using OnlyFans influencers. It's purposeful. I mean, take a look at answering questions in a coffee shop. This is a guy who wants to represent Canada at the federal level. This looks more like running for a mayoral campaign. Let's take a watch.
You are living challenges that lots of folks can relate to. So, what's your story around talking about housing and rental?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name's Claire.
Lisa Roberts.
I stay in Fringe. So yeah, I've lived in Halifax for about 4 years now.
Right.
I'm originally from the South Shore.
Okay.
Lived in Ottawa for a while.
Oh, yeah.
So this is in Halifax, or near Halifax, I'm guessing, but it's in a coffee shop. Now, again, you can't really make out much of what's being said here. He's sitting down with people, and people saying, Fringe, don't be so harsh on Jagmeet. He's just sitting with people. He's hanging out in a coffee shop with like 15 people. Hang on, you can probably count them. 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus at the table, 2 more. 14 people, including his handler. 15, 16 with Jagmeet. 16 people in a coffee shop. This title says it all. NDP collapse. If people were saying, well, there are cameramen there filming, they're maybe restricting how many people can be in that space. We've seen his parking lot rallies. We know what's turning out for him. Here's the real sign things are tanking for Jagmeet Singh. Jagmeet made a campaign announcement on CPAC. CPAC has 206,000 subscribers. After 2 hours, 314 views, 7 likes. That's not low engagement. That's a political funeral. The NDP has officially collapsed. And of course, you see Jagmeet Singh hanging out in his coffee shop. There it is, 314 views 2 hours ago on CPAC, 7 likes. I mean, the pleb chiming and saying that's more than Maxime Bernier, but it's still incredibly sad. I don't know. And somebody, Mark Nixon, saying that if Jagmeet and Max joined forces, they could double their viewership. I mean, the jokes are going to be out there, folks. This is the end of the NDP. What's good to know about this election, that whatever deals Jagmeet Singh has made, I'm not worried. Here's the pleb tweeting out from the Penticton rally for Pierre, saying it was so full, half the attendees had to watch the rally from the parking lot. Are you worried about the fake polls? Not me. Take a look here at this rally. Look at how many people come out for Pierre. There's a lot more than sits in a coffee shop. This is an astronomical turnout. Look at the crowds coming out to see the next Prime Minister of Canada. How on earth can you say that Mark Carney has any chance of defeating Pierre when this is the kind of turnout we're getting? And the Liberals are already tweeting out that it's not the size that matters, ladies and gentlemen, it's how you use it. Of course, the Liberals would say that because they can't match up to the Conservatives' PP. There's a little joke for you as we get off of that video. But seriously, folks, the NDP have dug themselves a grave over the last few years, supporting the Liberals, having a coalition, refusing to call an election, jumping on board with scandal after scandal after scandal and supporting them. Rest in peace, Jagmeet Singh and the NDP party. It's over. I know we don't like using those 2 words on the platform. They've been heavily used by other channels, but it is over. Jagmeet Singh's party is at a close. The question now is, how many seats does Pierre Poilievre get in the next election versus Mark Carney and his shenanigans? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Are you feeling by that video at the end that the polls are going to be too big to rig, or do you think the Liberals still stand a chance of screwing around when it comes to election day? Let me know your thoughts down below. If it's your first time here, I hope this video has earned your subscription. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Censorship's at an all-time high, folks. We want you to join our large Fringe majority here on the channel. Hit your bell for notifications. Join me live this Friday and every Friday for Friday Night Fringe, our live streaming show, where we go over everything that's happened this week in politics, everything we know that's coming up in the week ahead, as well as back and forth within the greatest YouTube community on the platform, hearing what you have to say. I look forward to hearing what you have to say in those streams outside of making these videos, and Mrs. Fringe and I both look forward to hearing what you have to say this Friday, starting at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, here on the channel. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you on the next one.